I know.
I know, me too.
I didn't even bother to eat it.
Babe, I think I need to blow my nose.
T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Que digan lo que quieran de mí. Tú no crees que yo sé que tú hablas de mí, que me envidia y tiene lo malo para mí. Que digan lo que quieran de mí. Que digan lo que quieran de mí. Tú no crees que yo sé que hablan de mí, que me envidia y tiene lo malo para mí. Que digan lo que quieran de mí. Y con mi manera nadie me controla y por nadie yo voy a cambiar. Me gusta la calle, pero todo el dinero vacío y no paro de rumbear. Pero nadie me puede sin a mí. Pa' eso luché, lo sudé y me jodí. De dónde lo saqué y en qué lo gasté. ¿Qué carajo te importa eso a ti? Que rumbeando y viajando siempre disfrutando de esta vida corta que se está acabando. Los buenos momentos son los recuerdos con lo que te va a quedar. Porque nada de lo material cuando te mueras te va a llevar. Siempre van a hablar, pero no importa. La gente siempre va a hablar. Que digan lo que quieran de mí. Tú no crees que yo sé que tú hablas de mí, que me envidia y tiene lo malo.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 6, Aquí Entre Nos, number 6 Live. We're once again here at the beautiful Aloft in McAllen, Texas, located right across the convention center. So if you're coming to McAllen, if you are in McAllen and you want to get away, I want to invite you to come over and stay at Aloft Hotel right by the convention center because you get a little bit of everything. I have to say that if you were able to do it, yeah, and it won't let us do it. But if you happen to, be here in the hotel staying and you get on Grinder and you wanna, find any local buddies to come over and
There are some
allow you
people
to have a
here.
good time.
There's
you
some
know,
people here.
There always
there's people here.
I've already seen some hot guys, so
And there's always hot guys at the bar. Today the bar is closed a little early, but I think the holiday has a lot to do with the commotion being so low. But we're here, so wherever we go, we uplift the situation. I hope everybody's having a great week, guys. I'm getting ready to eat a fuck ton. I'm gonna fucking put it away.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
whether it's a dick or turkey,
Okay.
girl,
Or both.
or both.
Or both.
some of
Just
us
make sure you
pink.
douche.
So, don't rub it in.
Well, girl, we need to get you a boyfriend.
Can we get me one too?
Yeah. Yes. Submit applications on the comments.
Joe, I've tried, Joe. Like, I have a list of dudes on my phone that I have either met, talked to, or dated. And none of them they don't have it. They don't stimulate me up here to be able to get anything else down anywhere else.
So it's not happening.
it's just not happening. I need a guy who was in theater, and don't say anything about that.
I won't.
I love
and who's
theater.
also a musician. Like, come, message me. If you did theater in high school and you're a musician now, message me.
Message her.
That seems to be my type.
Okay.
Well, Art, I think you're gonna have to go on the computer on my Facebook and edit the audience so that it can be public because I can do it from my phone.
Shout out to Art, always doing everything with the lights, the sound, the microphone, the video.
I know.
We love
he,
art.
like, has-
And production.
yeah, he has like a whole team within his
What's the name of your
Didn't
production company, Art? Because I saw it listed the other day. What's it called?
Yellow Entertainment,
There you go. Yeah.
and
we
we
love
produce everything, like even pornography movies.
No.
What?
Yeah. So Rocco Steele.
I'm gonna start my OnlyFans soon.
Oh,
I might need mine. I might need somebody.
Art's over there
Well,
like, you got
at
my
some
number.
point,
Period.
he had OnlyFans and they're great. So
I was
it's
about
still
to say,
there.
It's still there. No.
So if you need guidance, my husband, if anybody needs guidance, but if since you're part of the family, we will give you the grand tour on what to do, how much to charge, and how to charge for that.
Period. OnlyFans coming soon.
So guys, today we have a small group, but I do have to say that every time we have groups like this, the dynamic is different. We come together because no one's watching us. We're just discussing all these cool things, and nobody even knows that what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna start from the left with Miss Anita. Let us know what do you have going on. What are you doing these days? Introduce yourself.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Anita Cifuentes, also known as Anita Flame. I am a local drag performer here in the RGV, mostly at Santa Diabla. And I haven't mentioned this the other two episodes. I mentioned it earlier, but I'm also a hair and makeup artist. So if you ever need anything hair, makeup, let me know. I do house calls, whatever you need, I'm there. And lately, I just have my food drive going on at Santa Diabla. And tomorrow I'm hosting a pre-Thanksgiving party at Santa Diabla. Showtime at midnight. So make sure y'all join us.
Wow, she's also she also has a title.
Oh yeah, I also have a title. Forgot about that. I am the reigning Miss Gay US of A newcomer. So national title.
She's a public figure that we have sitting here sitting on the couch. Legit, like what is it? ChatGPT AI would not let us fuck with her photo because it said she was a public figure and we could not touch it. So it's an honor to have her here.
Yay! I'm always glad to be here.
And we're definitely encouraging her to be part of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. They want me to be a part of Drag Race. Let's see if we can make it happen.
We
That would
want
be
to make it happen.
Let's hope.
Yes.
Oh my God, Art can do my audition tape.
Ah.
Yes. Yes.
Period.
We're gonna start gathering and compiling all the any show that you have, any
Oh, yeah.
performance you have, so we can go ahead and put a clip together for you.
I'm gonna have Art there with a camera every show. Just
That's awesome.
Ooh, and we're
We
going
can
to be in
start
the
a
audience when she wins.
the what?
We're going to be in the audience when you win. You know how they do like the top three?
Oh yes, yes, yes.
We're going to be in the audience.
Period. They said that they're gonna be there at the finale.
I already saw it. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
And you're going to get crowned.
Yeah.
You're going to be like the
Imagine.
first Latina, right? Yeah. Wait.
Well, they had a Latina in the last season, right?
No.
Yeah.
I think
They
they
did?
won.
No.
No, there hasn't been a
There
Latina
hasn't
winner yet.
been a Latina winner. No.
But wasn't he from the Valley also?
Geneva Carr.
Carr.
Yes, my sis, Geneva Carr. Hopefully, I'll be the second. Maybe.
But I don't think Geneva Carr won.
No, Geneva didn't make top 4.
No.
Oh,
So next we have Miss Alyssa. You've been gone for now 2 episodes.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I know you were out and about being naughty. Tell us, what did you do?
oh my God.
Naughty?
No, I was working.
She was working. I just want to enhance the story. I guys,
Oh my God. Like, if you guys want to get into it, what happened to me on Friday night was a first.
So
And I was like, OMG. But like, we'll probably say that, for later. This is the intros. But hi everybody. I'm Alyssa Renee, your local film producer. Like, where do I even start? Like, I just got my notification from the IRS that I am a legit nonprofit now.
Oh.
So
I'm excited for
the
you.
Alyssa Ochoa Arts Initiative is up and ready to go. It's going to further the arts here in the Valley for anybody. Anything that you want to do that has to do with the arts. If you want to be a makeup artist, if you want to be a cheerleader, if you want to make movies, make music, anything. I feel like the arts is just so underrated here in the Valley. And, just
my love. What is the name of your nonprofit?
the Alyssa Ochoa Arts Initiative.
Oh my God! I'm so glad you used your name. I'm so glad I'm so proud of you. Oh,
Happy you finally did it. I know it had been a while that you had been talking about it.
Yeah, guys, really, like, the main thing is fear. Just get fear the fuck out of your life, because I started the paperwork in January
love that.
and I didn't actually like continue the paperwork until like the middle of October. Thank you to Mike Wilson. He's one of my mentors, and he was just like, girl, he's like, I'm gonna give you a deadline. You're gonna get it done. And I was like, yes, sir. So I, finished up the paperwork, got my letter from the IRS. I'm a legit nonprofit.
I'm so
So
excited.
I'm just so excited for what's gonna happen here in the Valley. And when I went to Laredo, I went with my good friend David. He's such a sweet little kid. He's like my little brother now. Like, I was like, legit, we're family now. But he was texting me before the show, and he's just like, what's keeping you in the Valley? Like, kind of like, why don't you come to Laredo? And I was like, I mean, the Valley's home. The Valley, and not in a bad way, but I feel like the Valley needs help when it comes to the arts. And I'm just gonna be like the driving factor for like promoting the arts, being an advocate for anybody that has
I love that.
anything artistic inside of them that they want to
Love it.
get out.
Love it.
So
Love it. Love
yes.
for you.
aside from that, I'm working on a new documentary. It's called The Bridge to the Future. That's what I'm working on.
Wow.
Wow.
It's about the Laredo transportation and logistics industry. I don't know if anybody's like aware, but in 2024, Laredo was named the #1 logistics transport in the Western Hemisphere.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Like the fact that that was like out of Texas, I was like, I'm not Laredo born. I don't got that Laredo pride, but I have that Texas pride.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yes, like
Is
I'll go be an
it called still
executive
956?
producer.
Yeah. Yes.
And they're kind of considered the valley.
They are.
Like,
They are.
not here, us down here in the RGV, but I know like when I lived in San Antonio and Dallas, they always, when I say the valley, they're like, oh, Laredo. And now I'm like, no, the other valley.
So I was part of a chamber which we will not name. And I when I was trying to get everything together, the the myself spiel together, I was represented as a chamber that would attend to all the way to Laredo because Laredo is still the valley. So yeah, it's won't for sure the valley. But I have to say that we met you and I in July, and we went out for pizza because we love pure pizza, and we had a conversation
Pizza.
and we laughed, we cried, and we covered different things. I want to say thank you because at the time I was at a very dark time of my life, and you got me out of bed, and I'll forever be grateful for that for you. I love you too, and we talked about this, and I'm so happy to hear that, you know, before the year end, you fucking grabbed it by the horns as you should, and you took it. You took it and you made it a reality. So congrats.
I'm super excited. Next step is to get the ARO production company to be a legit LLC because after that, we're getting started with my new TV show, guys. It's called Worthy. Remember that? And just a little snippet. The reason behind Worthy is just kind of like the same thing. Like, I feel like as an artist, as just somebody who's just really into the arts, we do not get the representation and the support that we need. And my whole life being of this artistic like endeavors, I've felt so unworthy my whole life. Even like when it comes to my family, like I'm like the little black sheep that like like no, don't listen to Lisa. She's she's an artist, whatever. So that unworthiness has led to the creation of this show with my good friend Edward and Orlando, and we're gonna make a show about artists, and we're gonna get that fucking worth back because we deserve it.
Exactly.
I
Worth.
We do.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do
do.
get the worth back. You've always had it.
We've always had it.
We are
It's just
all.
that I think when it comes to the arts, I think a lot of people just don't understand it.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean you're not worthy.
there.
Talented.
No, and
And then you brought a nonprofit to the valley that's going to help a lot because we do have a lot of talent down here, and
Oh, yeah.
a lot of our talent has to leave in order for them to make it. Now you're bringing it to your home.
Well, see,
our
that's the
backyard.
main thing. Like people do leave because they can't make a living here, but I
Right.
feel like it's my mission in life to bring so much down here that they don't have to leave. They can find work. They can make their livelihood down here because you have all of these movies and productions and everything to where they can stay and we can finally keep our talent, our homegrown
it-
valley talent in the valley. They don't
wow.
have to leave.
I'm excited.
To add,
I'm so excited for that.
before I introduce myself and pass it out to Lorena, I don't know. I'm sure you guys have kept up with all the drama. It's the poor Miss New Mexico, Poor Mexico,
Oh,
Miss Universe is going through. But I have to just say, I'm gonna just before I get to the point, guys. There is and if you want to disagree with me, disagree with me. If you want to hate me, you're not the first person to hate me. So take on that one too. But I will say one thing: there is a process and line for these beautiful women to be assessed. There's multiple categories. There are multiple points that they are graded on. It didn't just happen. That was like, oh, let's just get Miss Mexico out of fucking nowhere. And if anyone, and honestly, if you feel like Joe's beat an ass for saying this, but for any of those that are feeling like, oh my god, I'm gonna drop out or have already dropped out, don't be a fucking sore loser. Honestly.
But what's the controversy against it?
So basically, people have this. I believe it was one of the young women dropped out of the Miss Universe, being being Miss Universe. I think it's like because it's like Miss Core something. It's like a weird term. But she's a beautiful African American young woman, and she gave up her title because they're saying that it has to do with like that it was a setup, it was staged. So Miss Mexico, Miss Universe 2025 is getting a lot of heat. They're trying to take away her crown, but that's a whole different story. That we need a whole show for that one. But I did watch a her speech, and this is why I feel like she earned that crown fair and square. And she's saying how she was born being different, and by different, she says I was born with ADHD and dyslexia, and she's like, and I've always been different. And she said,
It's
Okay.
sad that she feels that she was different. People with ADHD
well,
and dyslexia are not different.
here's this one. She says that whenever she was a kid in school, when you're supposed to be playing and focusing on doing fun things in life, she's like, I would take my sandwich that was delicious because her mom would make her sandwich, and she would eat it in the stall in the restroom because her people would treat her different. And she's like, so instead of me worrying about playing and with my fellow students, my fellow school mates, she said I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking like, oh my God, I'm never gonna make it to college because I'm dumb. I'm stupid.
Oh, but
And so she said that
Really?
she said I want to tell everybody, don't ever, and that reminded me of you, don't ever let someone define your how smart you are, how credible you are,
Yeah.
because no one really knows what the fuck is inside of your head. So she said, I traveled back to, that time when I was a little girl, and I took the little girl and I hugged her and I told her, don't let anyone label you, because nonetheless, you're gonna define your own future. No one is gonna do that for you. So, and you can see when she's talking that she can't stand in one split in one spot. She's walking back and forth,
ADHD.
but she's succeeding. She's taking action on it, and she's nonetheless, being who she is, owning it, and that's really what the fucking matters. As long as you own whatever you are, hey, kudos to you. So my name is Joe Lopez Morales. I'm a chaotic disaster, and I fucking love it.
Beautiful
A
disaster.
beautiful disaster.
And I'm glad you mentioned the nonprofit part because I'm not gonna say much about it, but I do have a nonprofit, not an actual nonprofit, but because everybody knows that I'm the nonprofit guru, I do have a guidance method that was gonna help many of you guys out there, not only in the valley but out of the valley, to make sure that you leave those fucking board members that are draining the fuck out of you and focus on getting a board of directors that's gonna help you take your organization not even from good to great, but from fucking like a nonprofit to a successful, functioning nonprofit. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Lorena, what's going on with you?
Hi. I got real into the conversation. I forgot how to introduce myself. My name is Lorena. Some people do know me by Lori. I am not in the public eye, pretty much like none of you three. I'm not in the public eye. I'm more behind the scenes. I recently graduated as a yoga teacher, and so
Yay.
last episode I really didn't. Okay, so here's the truth. I feel like I'm an imposter. Like I suffer a lot from imposter syndrome, even when I became a school psychologist. Like I did suffer from imposter syndrome. Like I don't belong here. This isn't not that it wasn't my platform. I didn't like what I did, but I grew up poor and I grew up bullied. So I do understand when you say that sometimes people label us and they identify who we are, and a lot of the times we believe it, and it's really hard to break from that shell.
Exactly.
And for me, that's where it was. Like it was really hard for me to break from that shell. But I did become a school psychologist. I do work with kids who have dyslexia and ADHD. So no, it's not that you're dumb. You're not dumb. The only difference is that you literally learn differently, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's all it is. We all learn differently.
Yeah.
And then as a yoga teacher, I did the same thing because I just started yoga in April. And so and so some of the people who went to the YTT program, they had been doing yoga for like years, like 2 years, 3 years. So they're more advanced, I would say, in their asanas or their poses when it comes to like balancing and even their inversions and stuff like that. So I did feel like I was an imposter, but yoga really transformed my life. I really started going more than anything. I went because they had like 1 week, it was like $20 that I paid. I went for 1 week at Yoga House on Sherry Road, and I could attend a limited classes, right? But I went and I'll share certain experiences and why it transformed me. My very first class that I went, of course, I was inflexible. I was struggling a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I did struggle a lot. But there is a pose called Savasana, which is corpse pose, which is literally, yeah, and corpse pose, which is literally just you're laying down on the mat. It's really what it is. But you're meditating, and when I was in that meditation and when I actually came out of the meditation and I remember walking to my car because I cried. I remember that was the first time that I just kind of acknowledge everything that I've been through and everything I've been going through. And so I cried a lot. But on my drive home, I realized like shit, like that was 60 minutes where my brain was literally quiet.
Yeah.
Like I was really just focusing on myself, focusing on my breath. Um, and I had never felt that experience ever before. Like my mind was not thinking about the stress, about the bills, about what I'm going to do next, about the heartbreaks, about all these other things. Like it wasn't, I was just completely quiet. So I was like, let me continue trying this, right? I paid for the week. So I continued going. And then one of the days, during Savasana, during meditation, I actually saw my father in the meditation. And my dad,
Really?
yeah, and my dad has at this point my dad passed away 26 years ago. So I really like felt him during Savasana. I was able to hug him. I was able to have like a conversation with him. And so I felt like whatever grief I had been carrying for 26 years because of my father's loss and even the anger, like it wasn't my dad's fault that he passed away. And I don't know if this is how you felt, but like my dad had cancer, he did pass away, but a part of me was really angry that he left me, even though he really didn't leave me. But that's how it felt. And so I kind of just forgave myself and forgave him and kind of just accepted it.
Yeah.
And I mean, for me, yoga was very transformative. So when this opportunity started, because YTT classes, yoga teacher trainings don't happen in the Valley. It happens Austin, New York, Arizona, like everywhere else but the Valley. Again, because hardly anything happens down here in the Valley. You have to step
Exactly.
out.
Yeah.
But the yoga house on Sherry Road, they decided to bring a YTT program to the Valley to give people a chance down here in the Valley to grow, you know, in their yoga practice. So I did that, fell in love with it. I have been teaching. I've taught 2 classes. Congratulations. Thank you. And I was really excited. I have 2 events coming up. I have one that Joe is kind of producing and organizing, but this one is going to be Saturday, what are we? I was gonna say January.
It's coming Saturday. Before I move on, so Elizabeth Roy from Houston says, "Congrats, Alyssa." And she's watching us right now live.
I need to
She
contact you because I do want some of your clothing.
she also says, "Congrats, Lorena. Take your space, chica. Take up the space, chica."
Quiero mucho.
And so she said she made a reference regarding Miss Universe. She said the mom said, "You all see Miss Universe, but I see the little girl that used to not believe in herself," and that makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
Because I think we've, well, at least I know I have. I mean, shit, I was going through that in the summer, where there's moments where I didn't really believe in myself.
Oh yeah.
It's very easy to fall onto imposter syndrome. It's very, very easy to
You know, I was at Texas State this past weekend, my alma mater, and I was wanting to see my picture up on the green room or wherever they keep the pictures of everybody that was in Alpha Psi Omega because I really wanted to be like that was when I was in my early 20s. I was like, look at everything that I've accomplished now. Like I am doing this for the little girl inside of me. I'm
Exactly.
doing this for the girl that was even a part of Alpha Psi Omega feeling like, what am I even doing here? I'm not the fraternity type. Like college, I was very like in my shell to myself with my long-term boyfriend. And I wanted to see that picture so I could be like, everything that I'm doing now is for you. Like the
Exactly.
only person that I need to impress now is the little girl inside
That
of me,
little girl.
the girl in
Ex-
college and everything. But you know what? It was a trip, guys, because I'm there and they're asking me about myself. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm an alumni. I'm a film producer. I have movies on Amazon. And they're just like, oh my God. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm a product of Texas State.
Yeah.
So I told Lorena this, and because I honestly I'm gonna have to ask my husband because we just recently realized that I have short-term memory, but I hate bragging about you know my wins or whatever, because I don't consider my wins. I've always said that I have the my platform. I have it because the community gave me my voice, and I'll always support the community for that reason.
Yes, I know what you're gonna say.
But I was nominated by somebody, I don't know from who, uh to be and then apparently I'm a finalist on the Who's of America, and they called me yesterday morning, and I got the email, right, and then the phone rings, and it literally says Who's of America, and then I'm like, should I answer? And Art's like, yeah, answer. So I get off because I can't talk on the phone in the car. I have to be walking while I'm on the phone because I can't gather my thoughts.
Uh-huh.
So we pull over at the nearest store, which I think it was where RGV Top Fitness is. We just gave somebody a promotion for free. So there he goes. That we didn't charge you for that one, but
Oh, I did you with the yoga house.
what's okay, what's okay. I mean, you got you got trained there, so it's okay.
They fostered.
But babe, what did I say? Because she asked me if you could go back and tell little Joe something, what would you tell little Joe? And what was the response?
Your response was amazing because I cried.
What was it?
You were basically saying that you would tell that little boy not to listen to people because you were bullied. But
Yes.
and it was kind of the same thing. I can't say it word for word, but just like in quotations, you basically said that people labeled you a certain way.
Because I called you right afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah, I called her right afterwards because I was like, I'm like, what do you mean? Are you serious? And she goes, and just so you know, she's like, you've already made past the 80%, so you're like amongst the top 8 people.
Yes, yeah.
And so
Amazing.
it's thank you, and apparently it's an initiative that I started a long time ago in the city of Palmview, and that really what got me the nomination. But these people, they had stalked the fuck out of me.
Because they knew everything.
Yeah, they knew
Every
everything.
board you've been in.
Yeah, they knew every board that I've been in. They said that I was very that it was very the young woman who I spoke to, she said I had to commend you on coming out as HIV positive because it was a very selfless act. You didn't think of yourself. You thought about how it can help other people. And so she was, because her uncle had passed away from HIV in the 80s, and so I think what I said was well, growing up, people were so fixated on this person, you're different, you're no you're not gonna fit in.
Yeah.
And I heard I was even told that being gay was illegal to God, that it was a sin, that it was a greater sin, even worse than killing someone. And so can you believe a little boy going back home thinking like, oh my God, like what comes out of me naturally, because it's something that you're born like this.
Absolutely.
You're not made into this. And I always say that song by Lady Gaga, Born This Way, girl, it's our anthem because we were born to survive. We've had to fight many battles, and I'm sure Anita can agree with me on this.
Yeah.
And the treatment that we've received many fucking times, has been unfair. But guess what? We've had to stay quiet for way too fucking long. So, yeah, that would tell a little boy, be a bitch always. Don't let anyone label you. And more importantly, something that my dad always inflicted in our brains and in our minds, me and my sisters, is don't ever focus on the bad times because you'll miss out on the good ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so
Absolutely.
it was something that but I'm excited. I'll let you guys know how that goes. I was not expecting it, but I'm glad that people are watching whatever we're doing.
Yes.
But I think that's a testament to you and who you are, and the name that you build, and the brand that you're building in our community. Because even, yes, we're from the valley, but we're from really small little town.
Yeah.
We come from Title I school districts because the Hawaii used to be a Title I school. I don't know if it is now, but it used to, which basically means that there's a lot of poverty. Like the communities that they educate are coming from poverty is really what a Title I school is.
I think it still is.
You think it?
I
Yeah,
think so.
I'm not 100% sure, but I know that it was for a really, really long time. So that's just a testament of who you are as a person. Because we do have, I mean, you do had haters. You had a lot of people who hated you, a lot of people who tried to bring you down, a lot of people who didn't trust you. Even when you were in boards, a lot of people who would question you and question your ideas, because I had those conversations with you. Because Joe would say, like, friend, did I do wrong? Did I do this? And it was like, no, is And one of the biggest things I would always tell you is because you're preaching to like the wrong community. That's what come I would tell you in the summer. Like you need to quit helping people. Not that there's anything wrong with it, because that's who you are, but you need to start pouring into yourself.
Exactly.
Because you need to pour into yourself, because I don't think you pour into yourself enough.
Yeah, because sometimes pouring into other people can be exhausting.
And so then now you're like, yes. And so now you're like in the top 8 finalists for Who's Who. Like that's a testament to who you are as a person, Joe. And when anybody ever says anything about Joe, because I know there's been talks about people who you've helped that have talked shit, right? After you've helped them and got above and beyond for them. But this is a testament that who gives a shit what these people say,
Exactly.
because you're a Who's Who. And that was somebody who nominated you. Like you didn't nominate yourself.
No, I have no idea who it was, but I honestly, I'd want to know just because I feel like, hey, thank you for the recognition, you know. I was not expecting it. But I will say that this year there's been so much growth that I've done within me. From, going sober, cold turkey, and it's now been, I think we're going on 4 months, right, babe?
Wow.
4 months.
Oh, 4 months and a half. You guys are almost in 5 months, right?
Yeah, we're about to hit 5 months.
And how do you feel?
I every day I feel like a bigger bitch because I feel like being numb for so long, between everything I was consuming, just had me numb. And I would, take other cheap shots because, um, I was in a different place, and that's how the only thing that would allow me to cope with how fucked up humanity could be.
Yeah.
Because I will say that, uh, I've heard that from, some of these boards that I was on that, my effort was very minimal, and I was like, well, bitch, where the fuck were you?
Can we like go back to that? Because you touched on it a little bit. You're touching on it now, man. 2025 was like the year of uncovering snakes. Like thinking that people are
Well,
one
we
way.
are in the year of the snake.
There you go.
We
Like,
are.
there's so
We are
many
in the
people
year of
that
the
I
snake.
met that I
So
was
this
just like,
year we were supposed to shut everything, and
well, there you go.
2026 is the year of the horse. So
Well, they're
this is where
shedding their
we're.
masks too because I thought so many people were one way and that they were doing good for the community and that they were, having like just selflessness.
You had that experience.
Yes. And then like we're finding out like board after board after board that all of these people are snakes, that they're in it for themselves only, and that they're just not who you think they are. And that's the biggest thing that I want to like distance myself from, because when it comes to my board, or I'm not my board, but when it comes to my nonprofit, like literally everything is going to be for the children, because I still feel like that hurt little child. Because I was 14 years old when I, took my theater class, and I was just like, I'm going to be a movie director, like 14, like super excited. And I went to my parents and they're just like, no. So I've had to like carry that with me. I think it's something I need to let go of by now. But if that hadn't happened to me and if I hadn't suffered through it, I would have never started the nonprofit. So I want to make sure that no kid in the valley ever has to go through what I went through. If you want to be a musician or if you want to be an actress and your parents are just like, no, because of this, that, or anything having to do with money or support or encouragement, come to me. I will cry with you. I will talk with you, and I will support the fuck out of you. And I'm gonna make sure that you don't go through what I went through. So yes.
Because it's in and that was very big of you. I remember when you told me, it really moved me because if you go up to your parents and to your dad, and you went through that, Dad, I want to be a movie producer. Dad, I want to be a movie star. Dad, I want to win an Oscar. They're gonna laugh at your face more than likely.
I mean, he just basically said, no, go be a nurse. And there's nothing wrong with those industries, but I never felt like I was going to be the type of person to just go down an already paved path. I was always meant to be the one to blaze my own trail and, go where there was
There's
no
always one
path.
person in every family.
Exactly.
And then we're the black sheep, and we're the ones who feel like we're not good enough and we're not worthy. And thank you so much to Latina Empire, who had that retreat that helped me find the word worthy. Because the first day of the retreat we went on, they said, we want you to think of a word. It'll be your word for the retreat. And I just said worthy because I feel so unworthy. And then like after thinking about it for a while, I was like, you know what?
You're
I
like
didn't.
the least person to be unworthy, Alyssa.
Yeah.
Because I've known you since last season, so it's been a year. But personally, I think maybe just recently there's been little things here and there where we've kind of opened up and gotten to know. But I've never seen you as unworthy, even when I didn't know you personally. Like I never saw you as unworthy. because you are paving your own way. You are doing your own thing. Like you're a woman in a very male dominated industry and you're killing it. So you've never been unworthy. But that's because the people that you pour into make you feel unworthy.
OMG. Like, can we even open up that discussion? So on Saturday, I don't know if you guys follow me on social media. If you do, I have like a latest post where I was talking about how, like I'm done settling and I want to just, get what I deserve. Basically, it's a picture of me sitting at a table. Something like, if you can't meet me at where I'm at, I'm cool to be alone. I blocked my ex finally. Like
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
We had broken up like in 2024, but like I finally felt like enough is enough. Like that man took so much from me. He is a big reason why I feel unworthy. Because this dude, I'd be like, oh, like let's just say like, my film finally got on Amazon. Yay. And he's just like, you don't even do anything. He's like, why do you think that you're something? You don't do anything with your life. I'm like, okay, I got a series on Amazon. I got 2 feature films on Amazon, trying to build like this film city, like this industry here in the valley, but I don't do anything. Like
Yeah.
I'm a loser. I do nothing with my life. Like so
I
that's
hate
where a
people
lot
that-
of the unworthiness comes from.
No.
I hate it
Because
when
you
people degrade stuff like you
Yeah.
do. Sometimes it's big accomplishments, and sometimes like it's like, damn, like why are you trying to degrade? Like with me, people are like, yeah, you won a national title, but you're just a newcomer, and I'm like,
People like that.
But
I'm
that's
like,
a big
oh,
thing.
I'm like, that's a big thing. I competed against 22 other girls.
Bro, I would have
Why?
fucking pulled up the eyelashes.
Get into that competition.
I would
Yeah.
pull that-
Well, and I also think like I guess I can speak for myself, but I kind of feel like this is probably for all of us.
Uh-huh.
We go through shit when we're really young.
Oh yeah.
And then when we become adults, like we work really hard to break those patterns and to quiet down the noises of the people who we did pour into, who we did love, whether it was family, friends, a boyfriend, a lover, whatever it was, that brought us down a lot. And so we're breaking all of those patterns. We're trying to quiet those noise. We're trying to move forward because this is what we really want. So it's not just, oh, it's a title for newcomer. This is you as Anita after everything that you went through, the
Exactly.
fears that you went through. Like, should I tell? I mean, yes, you're lucky and blessed that your parents were supportive, but I'm sure there was a moment there where you're like, can they be supportive? Can they not be supportive? What does this mean for me? What does this mean for my family? Because I think of those moments like, because I'm in my 40s now, and this is part of my imposter syndrome where I'm like, man, I'm in my 40s and I'm just becoming a yoga teacher. But then I'm thinking about, but I've survived so much to get to this point.
Exactly.
That is a
Like,
very good.
I mean, there are moments where I'm like even lucky to be alive from the things that I've survived.
Yeah.
So it's not just, oh, I'm in my 40s and I'm just a yoga teacher. It's like I've had to survive everything to get to this point. So I would say that no, it's not just, oh, you're new to me. No, it's like all this other shit that is like right behind me that's
Yeah.
helped me to this point.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No,
No, it
does,
makes sense.
does.
I'm like,
I'm gonna
little
think
girl
about
me is
that
happy.
a lot. Like when I go home tonight, I'm gonna think about a lot of that because I do a kind of like age myself. I'm just like, man, I'm already at this age and I haven't done this, that, and the other.
Oh no.
But don't do
There's
that
no
because
timeline on anything.
I used to hate going to school reunions, and I've never been to school reunions because I feel like
Oh,
I don't
can't wait
know
to go to.
what I.
I can't wait to go to mine.
You haven't
I
been to
cannot.
one yet?
I'm gonna show up and I'm just gonna be like, "Hi, everyone."
You remember me? Because I don't remember you.
I don't remember you.
I was at
Love it.
mine last.
Remember, you used to
I
call
haven't
me.
gone to mine
Oh
for
my
the
God,
same
can I say
reason.
that?
Like I
Can I
was
say that?
bullied all through high school.
Just say, Joe says everything on Facebook. Go for it.
They used to call me a faggot. Remember, you used to call me a faggot.
Oh, girl.
Remember you?
There's no
Call
filters
them
in the
out.
show.
Oh,
Call them
period.
out.
I don't know what regulations Facebook has and all these platforms.
You never know, right?
I'm like, I don't know the regulations. This could be on TikTok and boom, banned.
I know, and that's why I don't make any money from TikTok because I fucking like
You
say
can't
everything.
censor yourself.
No, I can't. Like I will say
What are you gonna say a lot this show?
Verga.
verga,
Mhm.
And they're like, are you gonna say it to him?
Can we
No.
say it again?
verga, vergota,
Vergota.
verga gorda,
Oh,
Verga gorda. Ay, mis favoritos.
verga mojada.
Brian, call me.
Who? What was that?
I wouldn't say that I feel like Cristina from the show with a microphone like this. You remember Cristina?
what's her? What's
Cristina Saraleri.
Yes.
I feel. Talia, cuéntanos cómo estás. Like that. That's why I like holding it.
Never.
Um,
How's your love life, dear?
my love life dry. Dry.
Oh,
Nothing
shit.
there.
Oh.
So that's why Brian called me.
There you go. She said it twice.
Do we want to say which Brian or any Brian?
We'll specify late on a later day.
Okay.
Ex's name is Brian.
So we're gonna start
Maybe
this
later in the
discussion. Although
episode.
we already kind of went into into different routes. But I I was gonna say, I will say, if you are gonna help a nonprofit, make sure you dot your I's, so you cross your T's. Nonprofits should be able to, their financial reports should be 100% available public records to the board. The board, any decision that's made should be done collectively and voted on. You just don't bring,
Voted on properly.
yeah, vote it properly. Don't do this whole WhatsApp groups.
Scars.
These WhatsApp groups where you get to just vote on the WhatsApp group.
That's good.
No, don't do that.
Shut it.
But make sure that you the board that some members voted in, that was voted in by everybody else. It's no surprise. It's like, oh, I added this person on the advisory board, okay? And just because they're doing something kindly for the community, it doesn't mean that their heart is nice. Because I met some people that they look, like their shit together. Holy, perhaps is the word. Catholic, perhaps is the word.
Wow.
They're the biggest fucking snakes in the valley.
Fake.
Okay? Don't let that fool you. People with us are out there, and they're gonna take your money and they're gonna tell you, I'm gonna feed the homeless. Don't let that. Don't fall for those stories, okay? I'm gonna and then I'm done with that one.
I am
I-
putting
tell-
He digresses.
Yeah, I was like, tell me how Alyssa and Joe are traumatized about the boards that they've been in.
I am putting together a board. Hopefully, they want to come on board. They are so smart. They are pillars of the community. They know more than I do, which I know you never want to be the smartest person in the room because what the hell is the point? I'm gonna like go into it. They were like, but
Go
anyway,
for it.
anyway.
It aggravates you because
Yes.
how much time didn't we pour into the boards?
Yeah.
How much didn't we do?
Yeah.
And then to hear through a grapevine, oh, they didn't do shit. And it's like, no, bitch, we actually did. We just got burned out because that's what happened. This wasn't a paid gig. A board is a voluntary role that we take on to better the community, not to better your fucking name.
I didn't know being on a board is voluntary.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't make profit. I'm on 2 boards. I don't make profit out of either board. I don't make money.
Wow.
Everything that you do is voluntary. It's voluntary work, and I would say that being a board member is probably more work than your actual paying job
It can be.
because
Really?
it can be because it's a lot.
So I want to give a huge shout out to my friend Susie, who's watching all the way in El Paso. And hi Susie from El Paso. And she just asked me that if we are willing to take on a section and name it, are we dating the same guy
Oh my
in the
God.
RGB?
Oh,
Oh, well, you know what? In the RGV, like
oh girl, everybody knows everybody.
99% of the times there's
I have probably been with your husband.
Hate dating.
yeah,
In
or
2025.
it's like a guy that everybody I call it community dick or
Oh,
every-
community dick. Oh yeah.
So I was just having this conversation with David yesterday, and I was trying to tell him, I was just like, as a woman, I'm sure it's different for you as a man, but as a woman, I like to remain chaste out of respect for my future husband. Can you imagine, like, I want to date a musician. Can you imagine if he finds out later on that I've fucked every single guy that he's ever like been on a gig with? No, like
Yeah.
I do not like that community dick stuff or any of that shit. Like I will remain chaste until you're my boyfriend. We are dating, all of that stuff because I
I
fucking
agree
hate
with you.
Girl, especially in the gay community, everybody has fucked everybody.
Girl.
I'm barely finding that out
Oh.
now.
So you're gonna get
Yeah.
lines?
because you're
Oh,
bad.
I already have somebody in line.
It's kind of it just, you have to make amends that sex is just sex.
Oh yeah.
Because if you let it get to you, you'll never find a guy.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe you find a straight guy,
Oh, I've had many straight guys.
Straight guys that are
I
married.
think
that
there's a
they-
lot of straight
wives
guys
just
who
had-
are in the DL. They're
Oh, yeah.
shallow. I
Oh,
think they're
yeah.
in the valley.
Oh yeah.
And I really think that it's the last people you would consider
Oh yeah.
being in the DL.
Sometimes it's the most straightest man you know.
The very much
Kids and everything.
married.
Oil
I-
rigs. Oh, those oil rigs.
Oh my.
Girl.
Tan buenos esos, amiga.
Girl, hot spots.
Really? Damn.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I've never been, but I've heard stories.
Take a drive down Odessa, Texas, or Lubbock,
Oh,
or Midland,
Oh.
and you'll get yourself some good refinery dick.
Oh.
Thank you for
let's go to
watching.
Lena.
No, I don't want it. I don't want
wanna go
community
Lorena?
dick. I'm good. I don't
No
need
oil-
community
no oil
dick
rig
and they
dick?
still hate me.
No community.
So we're gonna go into the topic. Into the first topic, so that we can make it on time, and we can cover a little bit about what happened, the tragedy of the fire station that never slept in Mercedes, Texas. Were they just jerking off or what? What happened?
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
A milk face is always a good one. So Thanksgiving traditions. What are some traditions that you guys do during this week? At home, maybe a masturbation session before you start cooking, or like.
Lord.
So
no.
I mean, my mother came from a divorced household, which is unheard of because she was born in the 40s. So,
Mhm.
like in the 50s to be divorced, it's unheard of. But at that time, when you did get a divorce, children did go with the dad, didn't go with the mom. So she was raised by her paternal grandparents, and my grandfather was sort of in the picture, right? But
Mhm.
it was very mujeriego too, so maybe not always. But because she didn't have traditions growing up, when she got married and she had me and my siblings, like traditions were really big in our family. And one of the biggest traditions we had is we always go to San Antonio for the first few days of the beginning of Thanksgiving,
Okay.
to watch the lights and just to spend time with the family. And then come back and then just cook. I mean, that was like the biggest tradition, right? And then we would either do the movies or we would go on another trip for the weekend. And it was typically my mother and I, as I got older, it was typically my mother and I would take her to Fredericksburg or Wimberley or take her wherever I was living at the time. However, when she passed away, those traditions literally died. Like I tried really hard to keep some of those traditions alive as much as I possibly could. I am the youngest in my family, and my older sister passed away. But when she passed away, her and I were not in good terms at all. And I remember I was really angry at her because I was like, you were the one who was supposed to like keep up with these traditions. Like this was something we had kind of agreed on, but she got pissed. It was over the land, it was over money. And so we weren't in good terms because I got everything. My mom left everything to me. And then she passed away, so I kind of felt like responsible to keep on with the traditions because I was the one living at my parents' house. But bringing my family together was always difficult. So this year, I am not doing anything for Thanksgiving. I didn't buy the turkey. I'm not cooking. I'm not doing any of the traditions. I'm trying to figure out what my new traditions are now.
Okay.
Not that I don't love my family. I love my family, but we are not the same family we were after my dad passed away, but my mom, I think, pretty much was the cornerstone of
Yeah.
all of us, right? I mean, she was the matriarch of the family. So she still kept us together. So when she passed away, there was really nothing left. I mean, there was us, but not really. So I think my tradition that I'm trying to get done, that it's not gonna happen this year for Thanksgiving, is travel. But I do plan to travel for Christmas. So I don't plan to be here for Christmas.
Where are you planning on going?
I don't know yet. I'm
Like
trying to
somewhere out of here.
Have you ever watched the movie How to Be Single?
No, I didn't even know there was a
That sounds
movie.
interesting.
So apparently there's a tradition, and I was wanting to do it, and hopefully we'll do it this year because we won't be under the influence of anything. But there is such thing apparently, and my grandma used to always say it, that when the new year like comes in, you're able to see it through the sky as it comes in. It's kind of like a ray of light, right? So there's an actual hiking trip that happens at the Grand Canyon. And so you hike the Grand Canyon, and at midnight you see the New Year come in.
Nice.
And so the
That would be
girl
nice.
and how to be single, she actually wanted to do that all along. And of course, at the movie, she encounters barriers, which is men that can keep on making her alter her life to kind of modify herself to fit in this version that she doesn't want to be, right? But it's really cool because at the end of the movie, she ends up single and she ends up climbing the hiking the Grand Canyon. So if y'all want to go, maybe we can make a road trip out there and hike the New Year, hike the Grand Canyon for New Year's Eve.
I love that because I am single and it's not by choice. Oh, I guess it's by choice. And I said this last episode, you know, my choices are based on standards.
Yeah.
And I think Alyssa and I had talked about it. It's based on standard, not scarcity. Because it's not that there's no men
There's no
interested.
quality men.
It is just the I guess the type of relationship. And here's the thing: it's not because I'm conceited or because I'm a prude or because I don't want to have sex. It's not because of that. It's because I've been through fucking hell and back with my relationships. Like I've been cheated on. I've been beat the shit out, close to where I would die. I've been sexually assaulted by people who I thought loved me, which was in a relationship, and I was really, really young when this happened.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I've survived all of that. Oh, fuck yeah, I'm gonna be extremely picky on
Oh yeah.
who I bring into my life. Are there men that I find interesting? Yeah, that I find cute. Yes, of course. That maybe I would want to just it be just sexual, of course. But I always have to remind myself, like you've survived way too much. Like these men that you find attractive or that you're interested in, like we're not in the same frequency
Yeah.
at all. As much as I want them to be in that frequency, I have to accept we're not. Am I going to be single forever? I have no idea, but it's not like I don't want to say I was in a timeline, but it was definitely a gray cloud that I would carry with me. And I think it's culturally
Oh yeah.
because it's like, well, you have to be married, you have to have children. I left really young from the valley. I hated coming to the valley to come on vacations or to any kind of like wedding, somebody getting married, because it was always cuando te vas a casar, se te va a pasar el tren, and you know my cousin's children were getting married, but mind you, I was born really really late. Like my cousins were all older, so their children are kind of closer to my age than me with my cousins. But it was like, pues ya se casó this and this, and ya se casó acá. Like my oldest nephew, when he got married, they're like, hey, like he got married before you did. And mind you, my oldest nephew and I are 7 years apart. I'm 7 years older than him. So yeah. So I mean, we weren't that big
Yeah.
a difference in. I mean, kind of, but not really. And that has really stopped me from living my life. It's not so much that I wanted it, not that I don't want a marriage, but it became like the center of every decision I made is
Mhm.
like, "Ah, I need to get married because this is what my family wants for me. And that has stopped me a lot.
But I think that needs to be thrown out the window, guys, because don't ever let and my husband just recently learned about this one. Don't ever let your family's expectations limit you from doing whatever the fuck you want to do.
And
It's
that
still
has
so
limited.
hard. It's like all our lives, it's been like when you're getting married or you're an old maid or this or that. Like, it's gotten to the point where I do have a couple
Que
of
les valga verga.
like I have a couple of guys on the side that I'm just like, okay, do I really want to be in a relationship? Because they're just there waiting, you know? And I hope they're not watching. But I'm just like, am I
They're
gonna
all watching.
They're all watching right now. Just,
What are you talking about? Is it me?
Is it me?
am I the
they
extra one?
already asked
Am I
me to
the
be a
extra one?
girlfriend. They're already like, you know, like, but, and it's like, am I just gonna do it just because everybody expects me to already have been married already?
Yeah.
Am I going to? No, see, I hope I don't watch. Am I gonna settle just because it's my time already, you know, or am I gonna wait for the love of my life to finally emerge? I don't know.
Did you guys watch the video that I guess I mean I have to. There's so many thoughts now that I'm sober that come to my brain and I don't know what to do with it because either I go tell up a bitch or I make a video and I'd rather make a video than go tell up a bitch.
Start getting monetized on those videos you start making.
Huh?
If you're gonna be
I'm
making
like,
some
tell off a
videos, you
bit.
gotta get monetized.
I do.
Okay, well, even more.
We tell up the same bitch
I'm gonna be making more.
Yes.
I need to make more, but I've been sick, so that's why I haven't posted because I have people that are like, Joe, your videos. I'm like, I promise. There's a lot of things that I want to say, but there's one that says, oh hey, I'm here trying to get lemons, and just like lemons, life's full of choices.
Uh-huh.
There's good ones and there's bad ones. But you know, at the end of the day, do that thing that they told you not to do because at the end of the day, when you're dying, those motherfuckers that told you don't do that, they're not gonna be next to you telling you, I'm glad you made that choice, mijita.
Uh-huh.
So fucking make your own fucking choices and fuck everybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would say so because I think I've brought this up in another episode when my mom was on her deathbed. I think and I felt really bad because I remember she apologized to me and she's like, I'm so sorry that I didn't marry you. You know, I didn't do my job. And I was like, your job. And I was like, But what she did is she did give me what I wanted, which was my education, my freedom. She allowed me to be my individual self. She allowed me to go to college. She allowed me to move out of the house because my sisters left that, even my brother and my sisters, they left the house because they were married. So they moved in from my parents' home into their home, right? I didn't. Like I left, I did the whole single thing, I did the traveling thing, I did the college thing. And I love my life. I think the only dark parts in my life was really when I was in a relationship with someone.
Yeah.
I did not have the best luck in with men. I can't blame them. I definitely have to blame myself because those are the individuals I was choosing, you
I
know,
blame
those
my
are the
ex.
ones
Fuck
I
that
chose
guy.
to pour, huh?
I said I blame my ex. Fuck that guy.
I mean, I don't I blame myself for staying in those relationships longer than I was supposed to
Yes.
because I mean, I think we've all been there. Like we all know when when we don't belong in a relationship. I mean, shit, even in friendships, like we know we don't
Yeah.
belong there. And you see things, you kind of step back and you see things and it's like this isn't right. This
Exactly.
isn't the kind of friendship I want. This isn't the kind of relationship I want. But you stay hope. I don't know what it was. I think for me it was more of like fuck, I don't want to have to try again. I don't want to have
Yeah.
to find another guy. I don't want to have to go through the talking stage.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to
Hey,
get to
what's
the
your favorite
point,
color?
yeah, to go sex again. This
Yeah.
other, you know, like it was just like I was just tired of it.
Or fart in front of them all over again. We already talked
Or
about that.
Yeah, I
the
don't.
faggot
I didn't fart
again.
in front
Yeah.
of none of them.
We don't fart in front
I
of
mean,
them.
unless I was asleep. But
Anita, what are your some traditions for Thanksgiving?
Honestly, we don't really have any. For Thanksgiving, both my sides of the family have kind of just like done their own thing,
mhm.
and we've always kind of just done our own thing, so we don't really have any tradition. Just kind of do dinner and that's it.
Dinner.
Yeah.
But like
It's really, really nice.
is there anything?
Cereal.
Is there anything you cook like
Oh, I make a bomb mac and cheese. Oh,
really?
yeah.
I'm sad we didn't do our little Friendsgiving.
I know we wanted to so bad.
I
With me,
corn art.
what,
Christmas.
what happened? Yeah, we'll do a friends on
Do a friend list.
So we had a fundraiser this past Saturday, and it rained on us like 3 different times, guys. And so for that reason, I ended up like this right now. But I'm getting over it. So my voice is back to normal almost, and you'll be seeing these videos that I go on a rampage setting up Uno so really just the wind. But there's a lot of those coming through. And I'm excited because I always have a lot of shit to say all the time. Like so that's why I said anything you want to rant about. I can't wait to get to that section because I want to rant about some people.
Uh-huh.
We can start it now.
Okay. Was there anything else we had to cover on this one?
I mean, the topic of the show, but that'll be super brief.
Yeah, we usually keep those really brief because nobody's to hear what happens. There's like what didn't even scary happen.
It's spooky season anymore, so we can just go through it like real quick.
But so have
Still
you
spooky
guys? Let's
season.
talk about snakes and disguise. Did we already cover that one? We did, right?
Did.
Kind of briefly.
You know,
Do you know one friend or two or three?
I know a snake in disguise, but here's the thing, because I'm a lot like I'm a lot like Joe. I don't hold grudges, but I think when somebody hurts me or when somebody does something to me, I kind of hold on to that.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to like make not peace with it. I'm not trying to make peace with it. I'm just trying to understand like why it happened. What can I do? And then I get into a place in that moment where I get really angry, and now it's like, what can I do to destroy this person? What can we do to run over this person? Can I get away with it?
Yeah.
If I don't get away with it, am I going to be okay being in prison for murdering this person? Because that's how bad my anger gets. And then I get to a point in my life where I was like, you know what? I don't give a shit. You know, I'm going to let karma do its thing. I'm going to let things go.
Exactly.
And when I get to that point, which I have with one particular person, that's when I start to realize that other people have noticed what big of a snake she really is. And that's when people start to realize, you know what, she's not really a good person. And so at that point, I sit back and I tell myself, you know what, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to ruin my reputation. I didn't have to let people know how angry I really get.
Yeah.
I didn't have to be in prison and be like Yolanda's like bitch in prison. You know, I didn't have to like do muff diving or anything like that.
Yolanda's bitch in prison.
I mean, it could
Crazy.
be like I'm not that strong of a person if somebody were to beat me up.
You
Like,
don't
I,
know.
Well, you know what? Yeah, because when I get angry, I got into one fight when I was in 5th grade. I knocked her out. People
No.
had to come and grab me because I was really angry. That's why I don't get angry. That's like I always say, I don't. No one has really seen me angry because when I get angry, I'm a whole nother. I'm a beast. I really am a beast.
I get blinded, dude. I get blinded.
Mhm.
I'm a very sweet person, but if you come at me, you better be fucking sure.
Yeah.
You are
Exactly.
positive,
yeah.
exactly.
Like
Feeling about that, the way you're feeling, because trust me, I'm gonna react, and it's not gonna be good.
sit on.
So make sure that if you are gonna make me the monster in the story, make sure you fucking tell people in which part you made me become the fucking monster of the story.
Exactly.
Because trust me, come at me, but make sure you have good ammunition because I might already have ammunition on your ass.
And you know what? I really don't like the conflict. I don't like not liking people. I always want to get along with everybody. But my sister, I've told you a lot about her. Like she just has like this intuition about people. And there was somebody very, very close to me that the moment that my sister met that person, they're
Tell
like,
me about that.
yeah, she's like, no, like you can love this person all you want. You can have like deep conversations and think that they're like an amazing person. She's like, I see right through them. And it's gonna happen that they're gonna turn on you and it's not gonna be anything really that you did, but it's gonna be more about them. And I'm just like, no, I don't believe it happened.
I need your sister to visit some people.
My
So,
sister, like my
I'm
sister
like
straight up
that.
is like,
I'm
if
like
you're gonna
that.
bring, if you're gonna get close to anybody in your life, run them by me first. So if ever you guys just suddenly meet my sister, just know that I'm, we're checking.
I'm like that. Like when I do pick up on vibes of people, and sometimes I don't. I've learned now to trust my intuition because I wouldn't trust my intuition because I'm like, no, I don't think that's true. She's really sweet, que bonita, like es una niña linda.
As fuck.
And then you get to know a person. I was like, shit, my intuition was always right, and I always know. Like I forgot what the word is. Metacognizant, I think is what it is, where you just know shit without really know what.
I love it.
I said
I love it. That's talking.
Oh.
It's actually COG, like cognitive, because
But
it's in your brain.
sound that way.
But it didn't sound like that.
We have a comment from our friend from El Paso watching it. She says, "I got a divorce after 18 years, and I don't give a fuck what my family thinks."
They
We stand by you.
Love you for that.
We love
We
that
love you
for
for that.
you.
Yeah.
We admire you for that. We need people to stop giving fucks more often.
I was giving a fuck a long time
I've
ago.
heard mine a long
I'm
time ago
young.
too.
Yeah, I'm young, but I honestly I stopped.
I'm glad
giving
that
a
you're
fuck.
learning when you're younger, because the things I'm learning, I learned later in
We
life.
were talking about you the other day, and we said that
Talking shit.
no, we actually said we love you because
you.
you're so
You.
young, but you're
Yes.
so mature for your age.
Yes,
yeah.
you have
That's
a
what I always
good.
say. I'm an old soul.
I think so. Yeah, it's like you don't look old, and you're not old, but you do. You're very mature for your age.
And-
You're gonna go far
Yeah,
in life.
you are.
Far in life.
And nothing against my LGBTQIAS community, 2S community. I love you guys and know that even though we may be against each other in some angles, whenever it comes to anyone being against us, we all stand together and we fucking throw it down.
Oh yeah.
But meeting a fellow member of the community, a lot of times you put up a wall because you know the way it feels.
Oh yeah.
But when it comes to you, I feel like I want to protect you. Like I feel like I know, like you're my little sister, and no one's
Yes.
gonna touch you.
Too like you're like a
Your
little.
family already because
No way.
you have that within you. Like I feel like you know how to speak, how to carry yourself, and how to at the same time watch out for those things.
Oh yeah. Oh, I watch and a lot of my friends tell me that because of course I'm in the party scene. I go to after parties, but like I don't party. All my friends are always like, "You're in the corner just watching everyone." They're like, "You observe everything," and I'm like, "I do."
And it's the
Like
best
I
thing when you
observe
observe.
everything.
You should be a psychologist because that was me. I still do that. When I go somewhere, I'm just when I'm really quiet, it's not that I'm shy. It's just that I'm picking up a vibe and I'm
Oh, yeah.
noticing.
Wow. And I've actually thought about psychology before.
You should because there's well, okay. So my dream to be a psychologist actually started with the movie Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, I like that.
Second time you guys have brought up movies that have been impactful to you, and I just want to be like,
Yeah,
movies are
Silence.
important.
Yeah, they really are important. Silence of the Lambs. I was really young. It was definitely a movie I should have not been watching because I watched it in the theater. But my aunt, I was going with my cousin. my parents were never abusive towards each other or towards me, but I had my older sister was very abusive towards me. Like she would
Really?
physically beat the shit out of me. She was 24 at the time, and
And you were how old?
I was like 6.
Oh,
Like
shit.
it was bad. It was bad. It was bad to where, and I never talk about it, like ever talk about it. In fact, I don't think I've ever told anybody, but it was really bad to where I
Have you
remember
forgiven her?
I did forgive her. I did forgive
That's
her.
big, Lorena, because I'm like Cher. I'm like Cher, and I'm sorry, guys, but I don't fucking forgive and I don't fucking forget. I just keep on living. This is the song for the lonely.
All right.
Yeah, that was me.
And so I would stay at my one of my dad's sister's house. Like literally she would come and pick me up so I could be away from that environment. And so she had a daughter, my cousin Xochitl, and I can say her name Xochitl. And she used to take me out everywhere, like on the weekends. Like she was a teenager, she was in high school, she had her friends. But one of the nights that she took me out was to go see Silence of the Lambs because that's where her boyfriend was taking her. And so she was underage. So my tia kind of pretended that she bought us the tickets that she was going to go with it. This was a long time ago. I don't know if that can happen now. But I went to the theater and I fell in love with Silence of the Lambs. I was like 5 or 6 years old. I don't remember how old I was.
Yeah.
But I love Jodie Foster's role in it. I actually fell in love with Hannibal Lecter. Is who I fell in love with, not in a sexual way, but
Didn't he
just
eat a brain?
he did. He was a cannibal, Hannibal the cannibal. But I didn't resonate with him. I didn't fall in love with him sexually, but from a psychology standpoint, and I was really young. I was like, oh my God, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life is be around serial killers and men who do this crazy shit because I want to learn why. I did when I was working on my undergrad. In fact, I had considered getting my forensic psychology course. A lot of things I did just go back to my family. I wanted to join the Air Force. My mom was like, no. My family was like, no, you're very girly. You're not going to be able to hack it. So I didn't do the Air Force. And then the other one was I wanted to go to Sam Houston State University because I don't know if they do now, but at that time they had a really good forensic psychology program. And so from your bachelor's, you can go straight into your doctorate. But they worked hand in hand with the prison that was there. So part of the classes were in the prison. Some of the assignments were to be present during death penalties, during electrocutions. Is that what they're called?
Electrocution.
Yes, and I was like all for it. I wanted to do it. I was like, this is what I want to do. This is who I want to work with. This is the population I want to work with. My mom was like, no. And so I got my undergrad, moved to San Antonio. My mother gave me the guilt trip. Te fuiste, me dejaste sola. Like I didn't get a lot of support when I left. And my sisters were very like, es que quiere andar de puta y no quiere que te des that. And I was like, and I was literally going to fucking college is really what I was doing. Like, that's what I wanted to do is just, I wanted to go to college. I wanted to grow. I wanted to move away from the valley. And then I became a probation officer when I was in Bear County. And I was all for it because I was like, I don't care about these people. They make the decisions. Like, it's their fucking fault that they're in this situation. And then you get to know your defendants and you realize that these were children who were neglected and who were
Yeah.
abused
Oh
in
my
some
God.
kind of way. Or I remember I met this young gentleman. He was at the time, and I was really young when I became a probation officer. I was like 26. I was really, really, really young. And I think he was like 22, 23 at the time that I met him. He had already been in prison. He missed his daughter's birth. And I felt so bad for him because he was trying so hard to live a straight life. But his family all sold drugs. That's all he knew. And so he went from making thousands of dollars a day to working minimum wage at a fast food restaurant. And I remember he would cry to me and he's like, you don't understand. And you know what? I didn't understand. I didn't know what that life was. And my heart would break for him because I wanted him to succeed. I wanted him to succeed for himself, for his daughter. I mean, I left, so I don't know what happened, but some of those defendants I do keep in the back of my head because a lot of them were trying really, really, really
Did he go
hard.
back to jail?
When he was under my caseload, he didn't, and I don't know what happened afterwards because a lot of that stuff is private. The only thing that is public is going to be arrest records would be public, but everything else was supposed to be um kept confidential. So I don't know if he went to prison or not. I never.
And you see, that goes back to sometimes even if you want to wash your hands, from your family, their whatever their beliefs, their influence, their values, and you want to walk away from it, it just kind of keeps going back because you feel like you owe them something. That's fine. They gave you life. That's fine. They may have fed you while you were a kid and when you couldn't feed yourself. But at the same time, know that you're entitled to make your own decisions. You're entitled to do whatever the fuck you want to do. If you want to go and pose for Playboy or, become, do OnlyFans, whatever it is you want to do, don't let nothing stop you. And just because, why is my husband smiling behind the camera?
Because I'm gonna start my OnlyFans.
I just don't let your family set the limit for you. No one should do that.
And my family did, and I don't know if they did it purposely. I don't think some families do it purposely. I just think that it's just how things were for them when
Yeah.
they were younger, and it's just kind of like this generational thing. Because my mom was really proud of me, with everything I accomplished, and but still, like even in her deathbed, she's like, "I'm sorry I didn't marry you." And I'm like, "But you gave me my freedom.
Exactly.
You allowed, like, yeah, she did give me the guilt trip, and I actually spoke to her like months before she was even in hospice, because I remember I cried to her and I said, I need you to forgive me because I left the house. And she's like, but I'm really proud of you. And I'm like, I know you're proud of me, because she would tell me she was proud of me and people would tell me she was proud of me, and she was very proud of me because of everything I accomplished. But I know that it hurt her when I got my bachelor's degree from Pan Am, and I know it hurt her when I left instead of staying at the house. I think for her plan was I was going to stay there at the house until I got married, like my siblings did. But look, my older sister got married at 18
Oh,
before
okay.
she even graduated high school. My brother graduated high school, but he got married at 20 or 21. And then he was still young and he moved out of the house.
Yeah.
And then my other sister, she got married at 16. Yeah. And so when I came around, like I didn't get married. I stayed there, and I think for her, she was like, "Oh, she's gonna stay here until she gets married," but that wasn't the case. I went and I left, and honestly, my even though after my parents passed away, I think a lot of my decisions were still very much came because I felt like I was obligated to take care of, and even though I'm the youngest, right? Like I was obligated to take care of like my older sister's kids because she passed away. And then I felt like it was my obligation to keep the family together. Like I felt like all of these things, nobody gave me these rules, but this is something I felt. But the summer that I went through one of the worst periods of well, maybe not the worst, but pretty close to, for a really long time, because I was unemployed, I was going through a lot. I realized who really was there for me, and it wasn't my family, and it wasn't a lot of people who I considered were my friends. The people who I don't want to say I least expected, but were the ones who pulled through. I know that financially you couldn't help me, but you would still call me. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Estás viva? Like like you would still check in, and that's more than anybody in my family did.
And because I completely being honest, I was in a very bad place, and financially, I wasn't. We weren't. I couldn't help you, but if I could have, friend, I would have totally helped you. But I tried.
You were there emotionally, which is I think would be well, actually no, at that point I needed money, but it was still
Sometimes it's better than like
but
actually
but
getting
there was at least because I didn't feel as alone, because that's when I really like came inward and really said, holy shit, like I am really alone in this world. And not that I don't think it's because my family doesn't love me. That's not what I'm saying. Like I believe they love me, but I'm truly am alone because the people who would carry me were my parents, and they're both gone. So that's no longer there. And my friends, I had two friends who did help me out. Well, I had more than two friends. I had a couple of friends who helped out with money, with the best that they could, because they had their own families, their own bills. They were going through their own personal stuff. One was going through a divorce, you know what I'm saying? Um, but still, like, even if it was a little bit, like, they would check into, Joe, the same thing. Like, Joe would check in pretty much every other day. Would check in on me to see if things were okay, if I was okay, did you eat? Um, pues yo tampoco no comí. Like those were our
Me.
conversations. Yeah, pues yo tampoco no comí. So we would be like, so now what do we do? Or sometimes when we would meet up, it's like we're counting literally pennies and quarters to get a fucking what is it? Los hot and ready from Little Caesar. Do you remember?
Yes, we did go to those places one time in the summer, and we bought a whole fucking hot and ready, and it was just, we had a blast with hot and ready.
We did and just like little things that we were trying to figure things out just to survive the summer. We definitely knew it was temporary because I always feel like those things are temporary and I always feel like it teaches us something, but it was still a very difficult difficult moment in my
yeah.
life. I mean, yeah, I was like, what am I, and it wasn't what am I doing with my life, but it's like, why am I pouring into these things that when I need them, they're not here. And granted, not a lot of people knew what I was going through, so that might be my fault. But the people who didn't know were like, We'll help where we can."
And you see that's kind of where I'm at, and that's kind of why I was so hurt whenever I heard the speculations
Yeah.
about these individuals that I was helping out by being on these on part of the organizations, because I was literally, guys, legit pouring out of a fucking empty cup.
You really was.
Yeah.
Because I had nothing in my own fucking cup, and I'm over here fucking finding pennies y la verga y la chingada to fucking get to their events. And then for them, yeah,
You were finding money for those
I was
places.
finding money for those places, like closing on deals on the sponsorship left and right. But where the fuck was the money that was supposed to come to the house? Because I was giving all my attention to these nonprofits, they weren't even getting me shit back. And then once I leave, it's like, oh, well, Joe didn't do shit. Really, motherfucker? We're gonna say that?
And it's true because there was a couple of times that I joined Joe to some of these events, or what are they were they called, mixers, and we were literally counting quarters even for gas, and Joe was like, amiga, I only have $2, and it's like, it's okay, Joe, I think I have like $3 in gas, that should probably take us to the mixer and back. So when he says that he really did a lot and he poured from an empty cup, he really was pouring from an empty cup. Like,
And I
legit.
I told both of those individuals in my resignation, I can no longer continue to pour from an empty cup. I need to focus on filling my cup, and then maybe one day I'll come back. And I said to both those individuals, don't be a stranger. And what the fuck do? They go out being a stranger.
Yep.
But that's fine,
No,
because you know what?
Hey, strangers, you don't want people like that in your
I don't need you guys.
Those people.
It's been a blessing, because the minute that I left both of those organizations, I was like a fucking firework was lit up my ass, and I grew, and I
Yeah.
gave back the momentum that I had in life initially. It's almost as though these two organizations were a cloud hovering over my head, like not preventing me from the potential that I really was supposed to reach this whole year. But that's fine. It's happened. It already happened. It's a past. We're about to close this year. But before we close the year, till we can close the show, uh, what is one thing or two or three things that you need to leave in this year and not take on to 2026? Who starts?
Oh shit.
How about we start over?
I guess I'll start. I think something that I need to leave behind in 2025 that I shouldn't take with me in 2026 is self-doubt.
Yes.
I doubt myself a lot, sometimes too much, but also I also feel like doubting myself makes me grow even more, if that makes sense. Because I'm like, I just want to prove myself wrong. Like I'm very much a Scorpio. If you tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna prove you wrong. So even if it's with myself, like if I tell myself I can't do something, I'm gonna do it. So I also need to leave that behind, because like even with like my pageant, I didn't think I was gonna win. Like I didn't think I could win. I was like, I'm going up against all these girls. I don't know if I'm gonna win. I don't know. And then I won. So it's just like sometimes that self-doubt has to go away. But that self-doubt made me push harder to want to win. I was just like, no, I have to win.
My love, there's two sisters. They're evil, and they're gonna be your worst enemies always. And their names are Fear and Doubt.
Yeah.
And those bitches will take you down. They'll keep you from living your life if you let them. Don't ever fucking let them.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you're leaving, at least for now doubt. But I don't think you do. I don't think you're one to battle with fear. I think you made fear your friend already.
Oh yeah.
So
I ain't scared of her.
Super courageous.
Her and I besties.
I feel like me and Karma are besties.
Karma will get you, girl.
Or Virgos are karmic signs. So I'll say this: if you ever do anything to a Virgo, especially on purpose, I'll come back to you tenfold.
I feel like it's kind of
Once
like,
you let it go.
why are you laughing?
Because
Why are you crying? We're just laughing.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I'm very that. I'm very the I'm very the one to start laughing after crying.
Alyssa.
Well, we already left the ex behind. I want you guys to hold me accountable. You ever hear me like, oh yeah, I messaged him? Be like, bitch, no, what are you doing?
He was
So,
supposed to be blocked.
yes, so
Yeah.
he's done.
Girl, I'm
Doesn't
glad.
happen.
I'm glad I did that. You did that because you've told me some stories that I feel like this was a motherfucker. Like seriously.
He's just like super like manipulative and shit, but the messages he was
Narcissist?
sending me before, oh yes, hell yes. But he's like, I miss you, I love you,
Oh,
like
no.
the guilt, and I'm just
No.
but there was just something that happened in Laredo where I was just like, no, like he took too much from me over the past 6 years, 7 really, that I just can't let him take like a little ounce more from me.
No.
I was
Exactly.
done. But I also have this, and it was very prevalent in 2025, the who are you to be doing this kind of mentality, like the doubt, like who are you to start a nonprofit, or who are you to start your own film studio, who are you to start the #1 show in America worthy, like who are you to do that? And then that's when the fear creeps in, that's when the doubt creeps in, and that's when it's just like, oh no, I'm just gonna stay in bed because who am I to do any of this shit? No, no. 2026, we pull out all the stops, we make everything happen. Like we only have this one life to live, and we have to make it the best that we can. So yeah,
Exactly.
I am leaving all the doubt behind, and it'll still come back, and I'll lean on you guys, and I'll have you there to tell me that I am worthy, and I'll have you there to keep giving your visions to me, and hopefully
Yeah.
my life as well too. We
Yeah.
just met today.
We just met
Um,
today.
And friendship is so important. Having people that believe in you and support you is so important. So I'm also gonna, maybe leave behind the people that I feel do not support me. And I'm such a baby about this, but like really there's nobody that doesn't support me. It's all me. I I push everyone away. All the good things that you say, all the good things that everybody say, they don't mean anything because maybe one person said something bad to me, my dad, maybe a long time ago, and that is the only thing that I hear. And that's something I have to work with.
Well,
Maybe I need a therapy session with you.
you've done so much. Like I've been to both of your premieres, two premieres, and you filled up those places, Cine Rey, the Pain Arena. I mean, you've done big shit. You've made noise in the valley.
And it's
And again, like you're killing it in a man's industry,
Exactly.
Alyssa,
and
by
like you can
yourself.
say all of these wonderful things, and I'm like for a second I'll smile, but then like it is right back to a frown and crying because
Then you need
there
to
was a
leave your.
wound that happened in me at some
Oh.
point.
I know
that is
exactly how
not
you feel
healed.
because I'm the exact same way. Like you can tell me all these things. I'm doing such an amazing job, like as a queen, as a reigning queen, entertainer, whatever, and I'm just like, I would still go home and be like,
Yeah. Well, I think
it's not enough.
the biggest thing is probably that I'm still not married and don't have a baby because that was something that's been really pushed on me. Like even since college, when I was with my long-term boyfriend, my dad would call me up and be like, "Are you ready to give me a grandchild? Finish college, we'll take care of the baby." Like it has been pushed on me and pushed on me, and I feel really bad because my father is the only one out of all of his 5 and 6 brother and sisters that isn't a grandfather yet. So I understand the hurt that he carries, but he has put that on me to the point that oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Like
It's
nothing
okay.
in
Right,
my
every
life
episode this season.
matters. Nothing matters. The Pain Arena. I had a fucking premiere at the Pain fucking Arena, and there was a hell of a lot of people, and my show is on Amazon. Do I give a shit? No, I don't. It doesn't mean anything to me because the wound that I carry, the not being able to give my father a grandchild, weighs so much more on me than anything. I am gonna have the #1 TV show in America worthy, and is it gonna mean anything to me? Hopefully when that happens, I will have changed and healed a little bit inside. But until then, I don't know. It might not mean anything. So, oh my God, we got a little
I
tea.
can resonate with you
Little now than a thing.
Yeah.
because that's what it was. It's like I always felt like I wasn't enough.
Yeah, exactly.
I was never enough for my family. And it really goes back to because I wasn't married, because I don't have kids. And even now that I've accepted certain things about me, it still haunts me. Like, damn, I'm in my 40s. I'm still not married. I'm not in a relationship with anybody. I don't have kids. And and I don't know, it might be culturally.
It is.
I don't know. Because it's almost like it's almost like if I'm worthless as a woman
Yes.
because I'm not married and I don't have kids.
You
So I know
completely
that
get it.
feeling
You get it.
because I'm working towards my doctorate. Here I am with my yoga teacher training. Um, I think I'm growing, even though it's just been a week, but I feel like there's little moments where I'm growing as a yoga teacher. I'm gonna go to Arizona in January to get another certification for yin yoga. I think I told you, right? For yin yoga.
Oh.
Which I love yin yoga. I love yin yoga. And there's other things that I want to do. But it's never and I think that's been my thing is that I kept going and I kept grabbing, like it was never enough
Mm-hmm.
because really the desire was the marriage and the children, and it wasn't so much the desire coming from me, but it was something that my family was telling me, like, you need to do this. You're not enough until you do this. And again, it goes back to like on my mom's deathbed where she was telling me, I'm sorry I didn't marry you, like te vas a quedar sola. And I'm just like, ugh. But you gave me my educate, like you gave me other things that I wanted. Not that I don't want to get married, not that I don't want to have kids, but then I have to hear these things like last episode when it's like, well, your legacy is when you have kids.
Exactly.
Well, then what the fuck? Like I'm infertile, so then how the fuck am I supposed to leave a legacy?
Exactly.
Like I was thinking that I was creating my own legacy because I was like, no, but there's kids that I do work with that there's parents that I've worked with, like I feel like those are my legacy. Those little
Exactly.
things, those people that maybe 30 minutes with me or like a whole school year with me and something changed in them. Like that to me means something. Would I want to tell? Yeah. Can I have a child now? I have no idea, right? Because I'm a little bit older. But those things are scary. Is it scary that I'm probably never going to get married? That is a scary thought for me.
For me too.
Can I
And well, that's
do it
what
on
I
my
was
own?
saying before. I was
Yeah.
just like, there's a couple of guys that have made offers to me, and I'm just kind of like, do I just do it for the sake of doing it because I don't want to be alone or I don't want to not have children one day? And I mean, I don't know if I was ever coming close to one of them, but I did start to notice that the one of them, he's been around for a long time. Like I met him even before my ex, so I've known him for a while. Super disrespectful. Like, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna settle because I want to be married and because you're offering and because you've been offering for a long time. I'm not gonna settle with being treated ugly
Yeah,
again.
you know your
You-
worth.
Yeah, because
You're worthy.
you're worthy. Because in my relationships, I mean, I was asked to get married. It's not like I was never asked.
Mhm.
I was asked a couple of times and I was engaged once. But it would always go back to, is this who I want to be with the rest of my life? Is this
Exactly.
the life I want to live?
Mhm.
Is this who I really want to father my children? Like those are questions that I would ask myself. Is this person going to stop me from what I really want, which was my education, which was all these things that I want to do and travel? And so when those little check boxes, no matter how I felt, because I have a really hard time letting go, because in
Mhm.
the back of my head, I'm thinking, I need to fix it. I need to fix
Me
it.
too.
It's probably
get
me.
you.
Let me change. And I did change a lot. I would, I think we were talking about that. Like I would put myself in a box to make myself be whatever woman they wanted. And I was never the woman who I was always meant to be. I feel like now that I'm older, I'm being the woman that I want to be, being who I've always meant to be. And I feel like that's why things are finally falling into place because I'm finally going the journey I should have always walked through a long time ago, but a lot of obstacles stopped me. Yes, my family stopped me, but I think I also stopped myself because I did have those noises. In fact, when I started my fitness journey
You look
a
fabulous,
year
by the way.
ago, huh?
Fabulous.
Thank you. A year ago, I had gained 50 pounds. But I remember when I started to work out, I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. Now I do. Like there's like little victories that I had. I
Exactly.
couldn't look myself in the mirror, and there was always like in the back of my head like a like I would call a noise.
Uh-huh.
And it was an ex-boyfriend who I had who was constantly telling me, and he would say like, you're disgusting, like you have a pretty face but your body is disgusting,
I
like you're
fucking hate, man.
disgusting.
I
Yeah.
fucking do. I'm gonna interject real quickly because I was also in a pageant
Uh-huh.
and I also won a pageant. I only joined that pageant because my fucking boyfriend was like, "You're never gonna be as beautiful as my exes." So I was like, "Well, motherfucker, let me fucking show you." And then I show up to his house in my sash and crown, and he just like
Naked.
completely disregarded
Yeah, he
everything.
was just like,
Nothing I ever did was important enough or mattered to him.
wow.
And not to disregard anybody in that industry, but he's a waiter. And he would just be like, "Well, I'm on my feet all day long. What do? You don't do anything. You just sit around and like do nothing."
Again, you're navigating a very male-dominated industry.
Exactly.
Like, that's huge.
And I think, Alyssa, in your field, because of your efforts, of your background, the industry you're in,
Mhm.
you're too much of a woman for a lot of guys, dude. And any man that you come across with,
It's like a compliment.
yeah, it's gonna be kind of like, oh, like they're gonna have to put you down so they can feel at your
That
level to
was
some
my
extent.
That was
Exactly.
my ex. I mean, there is somebody like, that's in the picture that I am interested in, that I feel like if I am too much for men, like I would not be for him. Like I would be so soft with him. Like he would get to see like the soft version of me, So
But maybe he doesn't deserve the soft version.
Maybe he does. Maybe you need to punch the shit out of him.
Maybe you need to be a toxica.
I mean, they say God like
I
is
support
Leave that
toxica action.
business behind for
I
2025.
support toxica action.
If you're not a toxica 2026, you need to be a toxica.
If you're
Exactly.
not toxica in 2025, you have to be I can't be a toxica though.
You have to. And if you're not a toxica, and if you're
I'm a
single,
toxica.
Teach you.
that's gonna be fucking
I'll
wild.
teach you how to be a toxica.
a
Mama,
couple of
I'll
stories
teach you.
from my ex where he'd be like, what, she already is, but maybe not toxica, maybe just like fucking psycho.
Oh no, I made a guy pay for these.
But that's toxic.
Hey,
Hey, that's what it's about. My love, are you see? Aprendan. We're gonna have a whole show with Anita. And that's how the fuck you do it, because she got a
never
man.
get men to
I got him done.
like. See, I've been thinking.
I can
it's
take care of
more
myself.
male
I can pay for them
dominated
myself, but I was just like,
But it's always cute
you
if
want to be
you,
a bitch? Pay for them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
And
but
it-
I
too.
I get what you're saying. Because for me, even now, like I think it's a compliment when somebody's like, I mean, you intimidate men because you're like up here.
Exactly.
Which is supposed to be a compliment, or even when I have a friend who constantly tells me like you're an outlier, which is supposed to be a compliment, right? You're different. Yeah, but me being different, me being an outlier, me being like this woman up here is what's keeping me from not having a relationship.
Yeah.
Let me also tell you, because there was a moment during the summer where I think we all went through shit during the summer.
yeah.
Something happened,
was the
and I decided to
She's
just
like, I had
fucking,
fun in the
go
summer.
rogue. And I came back with a roster of dudes. And whenever one of them would displease me and I would get rid of him, I would just replace him like this. So I have a list on my phone that I went through like 20, 30 men, and nothing sexual. Like I said, I'm saying.
Even if it was sexual, I would not have judged you. I would not have judged you even if it was sexual.
Yeah, I'm not good. I don't judge.
I'm very sex positive.
So really quick, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, 956 Engraving. You should see them on screen anytime now. Ana Mariscal. She said, "Hello, everyone. Anita, you look amazing."
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so finishing this about. Oh, and Elizabeth actually said, I guess it's regarding whenever I was talking. I think it was about me or about one of us. She said, "You're not bragging. You are sharing your journey."
You should brag about.
They
Exactly.
taught us not to talk
Yeah.
about ourselves until someone acknowledges it's time to break the cycle. Absolutely, and show up.
Your brand, break the
That's what I
cycle.
meant.
The cycle.
And show up as we are, authentically and unapologetically. That's the one thing that I did. I remembered when I said, because I said I would just tell little Joe. It's like, don't worry, it's okay for you to be authentic. It's okay for you to live a life where you can be you, because there's a lot of people out there pretending to be something they are really fucking not, and they're miserable, and guess what,
Thank you.
they're going to
Thinking
bed.
of somebody.
You are. You want to tell us who?
No. Like I said, I don't really like conflict that much, but like, just know that I know.
Just know that I know that I want you to
I don't
know.
like conflict either, but I will be blunt when I have to,
Oh, me too.
just so they could know that I know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that need to be said.
Sometimes I just let karma do its thing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm not gonna say anything.
Because I don't always confront.
Yeah.
I don't for that reason. Because karma hits. I think Art was the one who said, but you have to like do something to put. And I forgot to ask Art, like, what is that push that we need to do so it could happen faster. But sometimes when I let things completely let it go from my heart, not just say, oh, I let it go, I let that shit go. No, like really like let it go from my heart. I do find out how that person is feeling and their downfall. And but and I'm here for it. But by that moment, like I really don't even care what's going on in their lives.
Going back to the men thing though, like I have like I will say that it's not just that we have like these higher standards or something. It's just the fact that there's just really like nothing out there. Like some of the men were just like, "Are we gonna fuck?" Like I barely said hello, and I'm just like, "Bro, no." Like I am not the type of woman you're looking for. If you think that you're gonna get something from me from like the first date, they want to sleep with you right away. They want to be taken care of. They don't know how to be gentlemen anymore. They don't pay for shit. Although, like, I did go on a date with a guy several times, and by like the third date, I was like, "Do you want me to pay now?" And he's like, "No, I'm asking you out. I'm gonna pay." And I'm like, you're giving me little brother vibes, but I'm here for it for now. But
Little brother.
Yeah.
Their vibe.
but like just men are not men anymore to be dating women. Like I want that 2000s love or maybe even the 1950s. Like court me, date me. Don't expect to sleep with me on the second date just because you
Maybe
bought
not 1950s because
Like-
they wanted you barefoot and
Maybe like-
pregnant. You know,
No, like
Mexican America.
I want to go. Like it would be a good good era
1980s.
for you to be on Midnight Magic Wow 104 and someone say
my God.
this is going out to Alyssa.
Oh,
Talking about you,
that
like,
was nice.
See, like
That was nice. Yeah, I
Some
want that.
guys are so damaged from something in their life that they're just keeping it all inside.
Yeah.
And I am not about that life. Like, if I love you, I'm gonna fucking tell you that I love you. And if you're too closed off to be like, you know what, I really care about you, I love you too, then what the fuck are we even doing?
But I also think a lot of men prefer toxic women.
So I need to start being a bitch.
Be
Because they-
toxic.
I mean, for real.
Men are conniving. Men are conniving. I have a friend and she's pregnant and her husband continues to cheat on her. And then he gives her the most lame ass excuses, basically letting her know that it's her fault that she's being cheated on for being pregnant. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
It's your fault, motherfucker.
See, that's when men need to die. That's when we're like, let's run these assholes over. They don't deserve to live anymore. Bye. The world is a better place without you. You're gonna cheat on your pregnant wife? Like, fuck off, dude. That's.
Wait, you're a Scorpio too, right?
I'm a Gemini.
You're a
Born crazy.
but tomorrow's Wednesday.
Geminis are crazy.
Tomorrow night, my husband and I will go live and say the horoscopes. Make sure you tune in to see what's in store for your zodiac signs. What do they have to tell you? What message? How to navigate any situation you may be going on. Lorena gave me this tarot cards. I want to say she's having a yoga class that's gonna be happening this coming Saturday. We've been advertising it like crazy. Today you came out on Channel 5.
Yes, yeah,
channel.
yes.
Yeah, we put it out there, and
I'm excited.
she came out on.
I should.
What's your picture?
You came
Maybe
out.
we didn't come out.
I
Think about the costume.
I mean,
No, but if you have very cool experience, and let me tell you that if you've never done yoga, it is actually scientifically proven that within your first yoga class, because of all the binding and other twisting that you do,
you're like
you
super
do lose an inch. I don't know if they taught you this.
An inch?
Around your waist
yes, like
Because
my
Yeah.
because you
Yes.
squeeze.
Yoga.
yeah, your my stomach because really when you're doing yoga, you're activating your core a lot for a lot of the poses. You also activate your calves, your glutes,
Your
your glutes. Because I'm gonna be teaching tomorrow, and so I was so the way when I do my sequence, I don't know how you would do your sequence. Like I would, you have to get the peak pose and then get the warm-ups. But I always do it on the mat. After I get my sequence, I do it on the mat just in case, if I forget a pose or I forget something when I'm teaching it. And I had to activate my glutes a lot, but these bitches don't grow. If anybody knows how
Creatine.
I'm taking creatine, I'm taking all
Your glutes?
creatine for my glutes. They don't
Girl,
fucking
go-
grow.
Get pounded. Come with me. Meet me at the house.
I don't know how to ride a bike, Joe.
I will show you.
Like I
They show me too. I want to go on a bike ride.
Get a bike.
I have
Meet me at my house.
never know.
Like literally whenever you want to this one in the morning, and I'll take you guys. We'll release at least 10 miles because when you're done, your ass is in fucking fire. Like your glutes like are on fire because of the whole riding.
Like I
You
do.
grow this
Uh-huh.
and you grow this like your actual ankles. Like you build them up, and your glutes, of course. So if you had a bike, if you want to come with me, just get one. I'll guide you to the
My
place.
nuggets don't grow. Like I do the creatine, I do the protein, I do deadlifts, I do what are they Hungarian squats? Is that what it's called? I've done it all, and then with yoga, a lot of it I am having to activate the glutes and activating my core. My core is getting flatter. I still want to work in it so it could be toned, but the glute bitches
won't
don't
grow.
want to fucking grow.
Pounded.
Oh.
You need to
Una
get
cogida
pounded.
bien puesta por atrás.
I think that will make all the fat cells just multiply.
So-
Martillazo en el ano.
I think that's what has to happen.
I don't even want to talk about this on Facebook, but I have a question.
Ask it. Ask away.
Let's go away.
No, later. After.
Like,
Why? Because you're curious about anal sex?
No, it has nothing to do with
Oh.
the butt. Has to do with the breast, actually.
oh.
Titty fucking, I love it. I love doing
I
it.
mean, you're going in the right direction, but is there like a different way to make that grow with sex? Because I feel like that.
Well,
Tell us how.
when I don't know if to grow, but I know that when personally me, when I'm aroused, because all the blood rushes into my breasts are super huge. That's the only time they grow,
Okay.
So we
and then they shrink back.
we recorded.
There's something a guy can do to help in that situation.
Really? What?
Like, what do you mean?
I don't want to say it, but like you can like imagine use your imagination of what
Like
the
you
guys
want-
do to your breasts and
Oh shit.
to like just get.
I mean,
better.
grabbing, biting, pinching,
Yeah.
electric shooting it,
Massaging.
putting, massaging it,
One thing.
putting the wax on it,
Thank
sucking it.
Sucking
Yeah.
your nipple, your tit, your nipple boob.
Oh,
Oh,
no, it's never helped me.
like in the past, like
Has-
I
has-
it wasn't my
Is that why they're so huge?
Because you were aroused.
long-term relationship.
It's because you were aroused, and that's what happens when you get aroused. Your blood goes into certain places, and so it goes into your breast.
I know where mine goes.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So as the man, when you get aroused, that's why your penis gets hard because.
What happens when a man gets aroused?
What do you mean? His wee wee gets hard.
Do we sit on it? Do we touch it? Do we
I
pet it?
don't know. Do you pet it?
You pet it. You pet it. You pet it, Joe.
Actually, people
I-
do that. What do we say? What do we say when we see one? Oh my god, you're too big to fit in
So
here.
I had a friend.
Big to
I
fit.
have a friend. I remember that I lived in
Not
Austin.
Uncle Steel.
I lived in Austin, and one of my friends called me, and she's like, "Hey, I'm in Austin. Is it okay if I spend the night at your apartment?" And I was like, "Yeah, I thought you were here with some guy that she was gonna spend the weekend with." She goes, "Well, he kicked me out," and I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "Because when we were having sex, like she kept saying, like, oh my god, you're so big. Oh my god, like it's hard." And she's like, he finished, and then he's like, "I know I'm not big. Like, why are you fucking?"
I've literally had a guy tell me that before.
He kicks her out, and I was
He
like,
kicked her out after he finished. He should
Yes.
have kept it to himself.
"Yes."
Well, that's when the
Oh no, mine told me in the middle of it. He didn't tell me when he went, and she told.
Hey, friend.
I was just like, "Oh my god, it's so big," and he was just like, "Shut the fuck up." No, it's not. No,
No, this
Yeah, how big was it?
like, honestly, I think it was a good like 5. Sometimes I do charity work.
My house.
We talked about that in this podcast, me and my husband. We're like, we're not gonna be doing charity work. It's you douche as a male, and you have to really clean that part out to make sure there's no what it called shitty kitties,
Shitty kitty.
and then to get like a 4-inch or 5-incher, you're just like, what the fuck? No.
But
Also,
sometimes
guys,
big is
Pull
not
back your
great
foreskin
either.
and wash that shit,
Oh, good lord.
please.
Porque si no, well, it smells.
Huele.
See, this is why I'm happy I've only been with very, very few men. I have not had experiences such as those.
Hey, I've been with a few men.
I mean, but sometimes you just have, like, yeah.
I was just said to my husband something. I was like, "Oh my lord," and then he's like, "What did you say?"
A few, but multiple times.
When I said, "Oh my lord," you're just like, "Oh my lord," and you're like, "That yeah, that's a lord or what?"
But this didn't happen to me.
Oh yeah, I was like, I said, "Oh lord," and then he said, "Color estás dando?" So that's how it feels. Whenever you don't pull your skin back, if you're an uncut person,
Uncircumcised.
pull it back because they're not. Do you like uncircumcised dick?
I'm not gonna answer that question because I don't know what my future husband's dick looks like.
I've only been with one.
Is it a deal breaker? And you're like,
Mine's not a deal breaker.
Mine
No,
is not. It
it's
hasn't
not
been a
right.
deal breaker.
Maybe it's not that big of a deal,
no.
but I
I-
prefer foreskin.
Oh, you.
Oh, it has more flavor. Hmm.
We need to turn the camera off because we could keep going.
We could keep going.
Certain people don't need to see.
We
me
need
talk
to
about
know about the
stuff.
fire of Mercedes.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's fix no, because
It's 10
it's
seconds.
10:27. So we have 3 minutes to learn about the fire Mercedes.
God, I didn't even know there was a fire, and I chat GBT'd and Googled this. All I found out about the firehouse, are you saying like that there was a fire, or we're just talking about the fire station?
I don't
Fire
know.
station.
Okay,
Whatever.
because there was no
Whatever,
like
both.
ghost fire station or
Both.
anything like that. Did you happen to send the pictures to Art?
Oh, I did.
No, no worries. We don't have time. So, basically, all I learned was that it's supposedly haunted. A city commissioner in 2019 said he saw an apparition in the window. They used to have a haunted house there when it was out of commission, and some lady said she saw some creepy green thing crawl to her. And later, when she asked about that costume, they're like, "There's nobody in that costume." And just people just hear doors slamming and feeling weird vibes. I mean,
I want to go.
did you uncover anything else when you were doing the
I wish you would have taken me to the first episode to over there to Luca Ranch. But I do want to
I
say
missed
that
it.
I'm speaking to Myra about this. Myra's traveling. She went out of town for the weekend.
Myra.
Shout out
To our casting director Myra. She's working really hard right now casting for season 5. She's being very picky.
Someone hasn't called me.
So if you haven't submitted your audition tape, make sure you do that because she wants to cast this soon because you have a really cool idea for the photo shoot because she's our creative director and so I producer. So I'm really thrilled to see what we're gonna come up with. But I hear there's gonna be feet involved, so I'm all about the feet.
S&M.
I have
Feet
had
and-
to block a guy because he had a foot
My
fetish that I found.
favorites.
Honestly,
A little bit too
I'm fine
much.
with feet. If you're obsessed with my feet, cool. I'm not gonna be obsessed with your feet.
No,
Oh no,
no.
I'm not.
No,
Going with your
no, okay.
No,
You'll be like,
feet-
send me
feet are a
pictures.
deal breaker for me.
I would send him
Have
pictures of
pretty
me in shoes because I love shoes and like I have some pretty badass shoes. But no, I think when I blocked him, I was like, your foot fetish is gross.
Well, stilettos are for sure gonna be a thing. I'm thrilled for season 5, but I do want to go and film before the season ends. Whether I know we're not covering that story, but at the old Hidalgo County Courthouse, because my sister. So I gave her the book. I loaned her the book that I checked out of the library in Mission, and she's been reading upon it, right? So her fiance or boyfriend, I don't know what they are because I haven't spoken to her in a couple days.
Fiance.
Future fiance or fiance already, I don't know. He's a border patrol, but he came down here from Dominican Republic from Miami, and so he wanted to know about the culture in the valley. So they've been trying to navigate other stories, right? So they went to the old Diablo County Courthouse, and apparently they felt some crazy shit out there. They actually she got a headache when she got to where they would hang the people where the coffin was at. Then she got a headache.
Was that a lechuza?
That was a lechuza.
I think so.
That was a
Yeah.
lechuza. Who's here in Brujada?
That's probably us.
Probably yes.
Lechuzas only come when someone's in Brujao.
Girl, they always at my house. So
Well, I have those 3 nails my sister gave me. She's like, you're gonna put them in a certain way and bind them, but I don't know what to do after that. But it's supposed to get rid of hexes and curses.
oh my god.
Wow.
That was a lechuza.
That was a
We're gonna try to film at that Diablo County Courthouse.
What next episode?
I'm hoping for next episode because that is Myra's episode Myra's number 7, and
Unless we do it on episode 8.
well that'll be Chelsea's.
Because Chelsea is kind of talking about everything about brujeria, about aliens, kind of like everything we didn't cover throughout the episode. I mean, throughout the
Okay.
season.
I'm open to it. I did. So we went out. We visited the courthouse about like 6 times in a week, and we passed by the because we get the parking like far away.
I think Lefto would need to do a seance.
Yeah, I think we need to do a seance.
Well, wasn't Chelsea talking about trying to bring on a psychic or something?
Yeah, so we may bring one on because we do have an empty mic. Unless Brian, that was in our last episode, Brian Maxine decides to join because whenever Chelsea's here, we'll have Mark here, and then they want to bring over Brian. He was amazing last show. But now we'll bring Jennifer, and she's a really cool. I know she just launched a podcast.
She did.
Two Brujas enter a podcast.
Yes, yes.
And so that's super cool. We love Jennifer. But my husband and I will be doing cleanses the first of the month. We are only taking because of the energy that it takes. I pick up a lot of energy. I'm an
I
empath.
hear it takes a lot of energy.
So we're only doing
Not
20
him
people,
out for days.
and that's it. Yeah, it'll knock me out for days whenever I do that.
Wow.
And we're gonna be selling candles that he's doing himself. They're being crafted.
Oh.
We do have the Abre Caminos. We do have the Venami, and we have the infamous Chinga Tu Madre candle that will be available for the first.
About that one.
And so the Chinga Tu Madre, basically, if you have people just trying to block you, trying to sabotage you, and when it happens to this to people, you never really know. A lot of times it's just energy, it's just vibes they can send you. This will kind of just keep the vibes away. Unfortunately, nothing can really keep the people away, but the vibes and the energy is already. I love this web. Super cool, Carmen Sandiego. Like, let's do some mystical shit,
Yeah.
Um,
Keeps people.
so Abre Caminos, obviously, if you're dealing with, you're feeling stagnant, you feel like, your future's not moving, Abre Caminos is a candle that he produces himself, and we do put a lot of mystical, holistic things that would, are gonna help you unlock those roads for you, and at the same time help you maybe get that job that hasn't really come through for a reason. And then the but I mean, if you have a certain someone that maybe you just need to have a little, someone to whisper in his ear, hey, go towards this person. But I mean, it helps you with that.
I might
And
need one of
then,
those.
so
You like for next day.
we have 20 spots available. If you want to get on the list for the cleanse, let us know. That list will go up on this week to prepare for the
It's
first.
Monday.
It's on Monday already.
Monday.
So we'll have
Already?
that ready. And so that's about it, guys. Don't forget about Lorena's class. It's happening this coming Saturday. She's going out loud. She's gonna be giving out teas to open your throat chakra, and you can.
It's it's gonna be a flow that is throat chakra inspired for sure. Because that's what Mercury rules the throat. And so we had like 3 retrogrades this year, and it has affected some of the horoscopes. Virgo is one of those horoscopes that Mercury retrograde affected. So when your throat chakra is maybe not healed or maybe closed, you go through blockages, your creativity is blocked, there's miscommunication, you carry a lot of emotion. So then the flow and everything that we're going to do that night is really to help open up that throat so you can have that creativity, that flow in your creativity, be able to communicate better, be able to communicate your feelings a lot better as well.
I'll be
And
there.
some of the symptoms, because I feel like me trago mis emociones. That's
Mhm.
what I feel sometimes. Because I don't like to cry in front of people. So not sometimes, like pretty much all the time, I hold my tears.
I always cry.
You can suffer from sore throats or hoarse voice, and that's really when your throat chakra is.
Well, also whenever you want to tell somebody off and you hold off on it,
Yeah.
or when you want to say something
Yes,
and you don't say it, you would literally end up ronco the following day because you didn't practice your throat. You didn't let your throat chakra function the way it was supposed to function.
Yeah.
So it's like limiting your mouth abilities will totally hurt your throat chakra.
Does that also happen when you really want to go somewhere?
Go.
Yeah. So
And-
we're gonna go there. What Alyssa said. If you want to give a blowjob to a certain someone and it didn't happen, that would totally
Oh,
hurt
you
your
can
throat
open
chakra
your
too.
throat chakra, girl. Just let it slide in.
That'll fix your.
Massage it from back here up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you want to make sure that it clucks.
It cluck.
It gotta cluck. If it doesn't cluck,
It's not. You're not.
you ain't sucking the dick right.
Yeah.
So the woman is in the mouth.
Cluck.
On that note, make sure. On that note, make sure you suck some dick tonight, and make sure you hear the click on
Suck
it.
some
Okay.
dick and have a glass of wine
Where's
or
the
beer,
girl?
something.
Yeah, Alyssa, say goodbye for us.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.